Welcome to this video of aspireforgmat.com. Before attempting this question, please take the practice test at www.aspireforgmat.com and then verify your answers against this video, which will be available after you answer the question at our site. The link for the free Aspire for GMAT course is also available in the description box below. Just register on the site and enroll for the course. There are many such tests available. If you have any doubts or queries that you would like us to clarify, post in the GMAT forum and we will answer your questions. Our instructors can also solve these problems in a video which will be available at our site for your benefit. Next problem we are going to discuss about is this one. A bookstore that sells used books sells each of its paperback books for a certain price and each of its hardcover books for a certain price. So what is mentioned is that the paperback books and the hardcover books are sold at different prices, and it's a constant price. That is, the paperback books are being sold at a constant price and hardware books are being sold at a constant price. Now, if Joe, Maria and Paul bought books in this store, how much did Maria pay for one paperback book and one hardcover book? Now, they did not tell us what the constant value of the paperback books as well as the hardcover books are, but they want us to find out the total value for one paperback book and one hardcover book. Now, the only two bits of information given in this question are that Joe bought 2 paperback books and 3 hardcover books for $12.50, while Paul bought 4 paperback books and 6 hardcover books for $25. Now, this straight away, when you look at it, you're supposed to recognize that since two different statements are given, having variables as paperback books value and hardcover books value, you are supposed to form an algebraic equation. That would be the easiest way to solve this question. So let's see how we would solve this. Okay, now let's find out how we are going to solve this question. This question tells us firstly that there are some paperback books being sold and there are some hardcover books being sold. So let's consider that the value of these paperback books is X or Rx, and the value of hardcover books is Y. Now, how do we further go ahead with this question? There's no further information given in the question itself. However, there are two statements given and those statements give us some information. The first statement says Joe bought 2 paperback books and 3 hardcover books. So that is 2x plus 3y is equal to 12.50. And the second bit of information given is that Paul bought 4 books and 6 hardcover books for $25. Now let's consider the first statement. Now 2x plus 3y is equal to 12.50. Can we find out the value of x and y in here without knowing what the actual value of either of them is? So we can't find that out, because without knowing what x stands for, we cannot find out y. Without knowing what y stands for, we cannot find out x. So it is very difficult to solve this equation, solve an equation containing 2 variables when you don't have 2 equations at all. So this is definitely insufficient. And by similar explanation or by similar standards, this second equation would also be insufficient, because this does not give us enough information. Again, we don't know x or y, either of the variables, to further go ahead and find out the value of the other variable. So this is also insufficient. However, if you solve this, you can see that 4x and 6y contains a common factor, that is 2. For example, if I remove 2, it would be 2x plus 3y. If I divide both sides by 2, I get 2x plus 3y is equal to 12.5. And that is the same as your first equation. So in reality, the first equation and the second equation are giving you the same value. So that is something that you should take care of every time. You should make sure that you have the equations factored down and you have the simplest form of the equations available, just to confirm that two equations that are given are not the same equation, just multiplied by some common factor, and in order to confuse you. So over here, if you see, two equations are the same equations basically. So if you take them together, if I take them together, I still would not get any answer. I still would not be able to solve for x and y, because 2x and 3y is equal to 12.5. The same thing is repeated in both the options. So it's not giving us any extra information. So still it is insufficient. Now, we know that of the options A, B, C, D and E, A is not possible because A is insufficient, B is not possible because B is insufficient, C is not possible because both of them are together insufficient, D is not possible because either of them are not individually sufficient, and E is the only possible answer because both the values together don't give us, both the options together don't give us a constant value for x plus y. That is what was initially asked for, the value of one hardcover book as well as one paperback book. So we can't find the value of x plus y, so it's out of question. E is the answer.